Wolves embarrass Aston Villa at their home stadium. It finished 2-0. It was a 1-0 game, but as you know, Villa was throwing everything. Emery threw the whole sink, but the players didn't react, and they left spaces at the dying minutes of the game, and Wolves scored the last goal literally in the dying seconds of the game, the second goal. And Wolves have got an absolute fantastic record against Aston Villa, and I didn't even know about this, I wasn't aware of this record. So apparently Aston Villa haven't won there in over a decade, something like that. So Aston Villa were basically most likely going to be favourites. But even though they were really terrible this season, we just had a feeling that Villa still got a chance. But thank you, Wolves. We salute you, Wolves, from Manchester United, because now we could go third if we beat Crystal Palace. Now, this video is literally a match reaction for the game between Wolves versus Aston Villa. It finished 2-0. But I am going to dwell into a bit of Manchester United's game and what it means today, what happened. So basically, we are on 48 points and Aston Villa on 51 points. Aston Villa played today ahead of Manchester United. They could have literally gone 6 points clear, but they lost today. So that means we got a better goal difference than Aston Villa. So if we could just beat Crystal Palace on the weekend, then we will go third in the Premier League table. And that's absolutely fantastic. And that's what we're aiming for. Now, Michael Carrick, hopefully you got the players still motivated. And they know the importance now because they must have seen this match. They must have seen this game, or at least kept with the score. They must have kept up to date with the score, because this is monumental for Manchester United now to finish in the Champions League spots. We just need to win our game against Crystal Palace and keep that unbeaten record. And then we could do it. But Wolves, fair enough, Wolves. Most likely Wolves are going down, but they're not going down without a fight. And I don't think they want that record, that new record. Apparently, the quickest team to get relegated in the Premier League season. So they needed that win. That was the second win of the season. And I think they got 7 draws. Horrible record. But we have seen signs in the last 4 or 5 games from Wolves that there is a fight in there. And that Mane is a really good player. Something special about that kid. Ones to watch out for is Mane. So he's even got the name. Let's see how that one goes. Manchester United scout team. You need to keep an eye on that one. But yeah, Wolves absolutely deserve the win. Big 3 points. And you never know. If they could win a few more games and get a few more draws and try avoiding losses, hey, they could take it to the last day and survive. They could do the impossible great escape. They could literally make history if they survive from now with only 10 games to go. Can Wolves survive the Premier League, or is it doom and gloom and too late? Maybe it's the latter, but you could never stop trying. You always have to try, never give up. So Wolves actually embarrassed Aston Villa. Aston Villa have been atrocious, and you know what? I can't blame them too much because they've got a lot of injuries, and they got injuries with key figures, key players like Tielemans, Camara. These are important players, important midfield players. And also the FFP, the FFP rules limited them in the transfer window. So unfortunately, they couldn't strengthen even if they wanted to. But Aston Villa have been amazing this season, and I think they're overachieving anyway. So for them to be below Manchester United isn't something that they should be ashamed of, because we are Manchester United and we are the greatest Premier League team of all time, and we just need to get back there. But yeah, great job from Wolves. Did Manchester United favour, and they're not going without a swing. They're fighting. They're not just going to take relegation as like it's going to be a must. They're going to give it a fight, and they're giving it a try, and they're getting results recently, and that's the second win of the Premier League record. So you know what, hopefully they do stay up. I would like Wolves to stay up personally, as a fellow West Midlands person. But yeah, Manchester United, this is your moment now. Crystal Palace, we have to get the job done. Michael Carrick, I believe in what you do. So I'm not going to criticize or give my opinion too much on the lineup you pick on the day against Crystal Palace. But yeah, this is a match reaction between Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Aston Villa. And Wolves have won 2-0. Unbelievable. But yeah, guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe. Myself, Tango, and this was Stop Ball Watching. Literally all of Aston Villa's defence. They need to stop ball watching.